question. How did UCA come about?
Yeah, how did UCA come about? It's actually so funny because there was no intention for a UCA to exist, like, to begin with. Initially, it was in Brunel, calisthenics as a society was like developed. Like, we were one of the only sports clubs. Us, I think it was UCL, and that's it actually. It was just us and UCL. And because of that, like, we were getting funding and we were getting support and everything, but it only got so far. And we wanted more. We wanted, like, the same. You know how unis have Bucks leagues, right?
Yes.
Which is like the sports competitive league. All the sports had it: football, basketball, like rugby, but we didn't have it, and we wanted it, or even just something where we could gather together and come together into uni, something, right? And we've done like mini meetups before, like I think once the year before, but there was nothing official. And when we spoke to the university, they were like calisthenics is not even a sport, like it's not a governed sport officially. And we were trying for months and like ages. We were trying to convince them and everything, and then we were speaking to other people, and it just wouldn't work. Like, they would just block us. So it got to a point where we were like screw it, let's just do it ourselves. So what we did is we reached out to every single university in the country, like every single one that we could find, every calisthenics club society, and we basically just made a big group chat. Like, these things always start with group chats on Instagram. And then after a while we were like, okay, let's actually organize a meetup, right? And then we got the 5 like founding unis in like London and Exeter, and we just said, yeah, let's meet up at a random park in London, like Royal Oaks.
And was that the park that you did it at?
Yeah, it was Royal Oaks. That was the first ever. I think it was end of 2022 or 2021 or something like. No, it's 2022. And we were shocked because it was just a group chat, right?
Yeah.
With 5 unis, and we had like almost 100 people, and we were like, holy shit, like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, this is great. Like, there's so much demand. Like, the demand, like, everyone wanted it, but there was no one to like do it, right?
Yeah.
So then after that, like, from that, we just got so many opportunities. Like, we met a lot of people. Demi and Nick were like big in the space already, so like they had like connections and a good network. And then we started speaking to like Steel Warriors, and we got introduced to Dippo and the founder of Steel Warriors, I think Ben. And after that, we were like what we wanted initially was a competition.
Yeah.
So we organized a competition. We had no clue what we were doing, but we spoke to these people like Pez and Coliseum and like all these others, and we put together some level of system, and we put it together. And I think that first year we had like 150 competitors. And
crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. And there was like 200-300 people in total like watching, and it was like the biggest thing that happened in Cali in the longest time, because like all the communities were dying out at that point because it just wasn't sustainable. And it was after that where we were like, holy shit, like, we have something fucking huge, and we don't need any support, or like we don't need a third party to do this for us. Like, we would actually just like govern it ourselves. So that's how it started. Yeah,
that's quite cool.
And it's funny because we were in the group chat, right? And no one was sort of taking the lead. It was just like a loud group chat with just a lot of people. Yeah. And I think Demi and Nick, like, they just were proactive and took initiative. They made like a smaller group with me, him, Demi, Nick, Andrew, and me. And it's because no one was really taking initiative.
Right.
So they did that just out of their own, like,
so you got
regard.
Summoned into
No, literally, it's because we were the most active. Like, we were trying to make things happen. And yeah, that's how we became the founders of UCA.
I feel like that's how it happens. Do you want to?
Like, I think it's the people who take initiative, though, isn't it? You need people to take initiative for something to actually start. And I feel like
that's all I wanted to say.
No, you're right. You're right.
Like, yeah.
It's like, if you want to do well in anything and like succeed in anything, it's like you need to take that initiative.
Yeah, you need to take action and actually like do something towards it. Because had you guys not been the most active members, then like you wouldn't have created such a impactful community.
100%.
It's getting a bit cringe.
Yeah. How did it get from like the first event to then you guys growing to be like the biggest calisthenics community? Like, how was that whole element of things?
So we just got a lot of positive reinforcement, like a lot of good feedback. After that first meetup, like, that's all it was. It was a meetup. Like, that was huge, and everyone's asking, when's the next one? What are we doing next? Blah blah blah. And then all the uni societies were like, okay, wait, we need competition. So like, when are we doing that? So we did the competition, and then everyone loved it. So like, back off that, we're like, okay, we need to just like do more. So we were doing it every like 3-4 months, like an event. And then like we had something big. We were like, okay, let's start an online community. Like, let's get these people together and the rest of it. So we just kept trying stuff, to be honest. A lot of stuff didn't work, but like a lot of stuff worked, and we know what sort of worked now. And like every single year, the competition, like just back off that, like we just get like a lot of things just like happening, like a lot of opportunity, which is really good. And then it was like, this was our first like proof of concept, or like sort of thing that like validated us, is when we applied for funding, Go London, which is like this government sort of scheme, and Mayor of London, London Sport, London Marathon, like all the biggest names in like sport, right? Like was the people that set it up. And we applied not thinking much of it, but I think someone said, I think Dippo sent it to us, he was like, yeah, apply, right? And it was this thing of over 100 businesses apply for, like, it's people in sport, young entrepreneurs in sport trying to like make a change or like a positive impact on society. And we applied for it, like we put everything together, we made a pitch deck. It looked really cool and fancy. We came up with a vision and mission. We were like, oh shit, wait, this is sick. Like, this is so sick. And then we went for it. And the way it works is like, it's an incubator sort of thing. So it's like 100 people apply, of those, or 100 plus businesses, like separate businesses apply. Out of those, 20 get through. Out of those 20, you go through a process, and then 10 are like awarded with funding, which is 15K. So we went through it, and then we got selected for the 20. Like, yo, this is crazy. And it's funny because when we applied, we like recorded the whole thing. Like, we clicked the button, and we were like, yo, like imagine us like 3 months from now with like 15K in our pocket, and like we have all this support and everything. So we made it through the first round of 20, and then we got to the final 10. And then this was the day where it was like this Dragon's Den style sort of thing. Right. And it was really fucking cool because they invited us to London Stadium, or like the one in like near, what is it called? The one in Stratford. And we literally had to do like some Dragon's Den style pitch. And they were like, the judges were crazy. It was like New Balance head of something, and like all these like big people. And we pitched it, and it got to the point where, because we only have a certain like limited time, but the judges were fighting to ask questions. And like every other like initiative that went through, like they were asking, but they just weren't like bought in, and there wasn't like much passion. But with us, like the time ran out, and they were like fighting to ask more questions. So like it was really cool. And we were the first ones. Like, we were number one basically out of like 100 plus, and out of the
1%.
No, literally, and out of the 10, like all 10 were meant to get something, but only 2 did. So us and another brand, like on the day. Later on, I think they spoke to them later and gave a few more. But like, we were the only like actual ones, along with like some other business. And that was the day we were like, holy fuck.
Like it can actually be something.
Exactly. And we've had like so many instances before. Like, we met the Steel Warriors founder. He's like Forbes under 30 millionaire. Like he's doing really well for himself. And he comes up to us and he's like, yo, like, you guys need to monitor, you need to do something with this. Like, you've got like a big opportunity. And we were just like, nah, this guy's just chatting. Like, like we're just doing this like for fun, you know, like we're doing it for the community, and like it still is, right? But we just had so many people telling us like, do something with this.
And you rebranded recently. What was that like? How was that? Why did that come about? What was the reasonings?
The rebrand was such a long ass process. Oh my god, like coming up with the name, and then oh my god. So with that, like, we were always like just university, right? University Calisthenics Academy. And what we noticed is that sort of like we bottled ourselves in, and we wanted to like go wider, go bigger. Like, we always had a younger audience reaching out to us, or an older audience reaching out to us. And we were like, okay, we need to like expand the addressable market as well, like from a business standpoint, and also from a brand standpoint, because it makes more sense, right? So that was the thought process behind it. So now we're just like under 25s, like those are the people that we like cater to. But like in terms of the actual rebrand, it took ages, because we went through so many iterations of like logos and like different graphics designers, and then also the name. Like, the name was so long because we had like a list of what we wanted, and like the second we would like, okay, this is a really fucking cool name, we find out the domain is taken, or the Instagram is taken, or something is taken, or it's like a limited company, like that's like online. So that took like that took months. That took so long, which is annoying because you know that video we made after the competition, it was like our brand story. That was for our rebrand, right? Like that was filmed and ready to go, and we knew the longer we delayed it, like it just wouldn't be as like hype sort of, but like naturally it had to. So yeah, the main reason we rebranded is just to like focus on like a wider market sort of thing, and also the messaging behind what we do and the rest of it.
Yeah. How has it been from like training purely for yourself to like having so many people like in front of you as a community?
Yeah, I mean, it's completely changed my mindset. Like I said, initially when I was training, it was for my own like selfish reasons or like out of insecurity and the rest of it. But now it's more so like becoming stronger, better, like a better leader and the rest of it, so I can serve others better, whether that's like family or like business or staff or like the community. Like I'm not trying to be the best athlete in the world. Like genuinely, like I used to want to be, but now it's more so like I just want to have the biggest impact. Like I want to actually serve these guys the most. Like pull off the biggest events, the best events. Like doing it different as well, coming up with new ideas. Also for my clients, because a lot of my clients, they're like much higher level in terms of like where they're at. Like they've got businesses that are like making like 6 figures a month, and it's like they're trying to like figure stuff out, and they're all young as well. They're like all 25 and below, so they're doing really well. So it's also like figuring out like how can I do this for them, right? And how can I improve their life sort of thing.
What have you learned through coaching as well, because you coach? So through those clients, what have you learned even about yourself and like tailoring to other people and what other people struggle with most?
To be honest, like I would say it's actually it's all a mental game. Like that's all it is. It's like a lot of people think like, okay, physical transformation, like looking good, but it actually is a full-on like identity transformation. Like that's where it starts, right? Like if you read any like habit book or any like self-development book, like it always starts with you and like becoming the person you need to be, and then like going for the goal. Like you don't set the goal first. It's like how do you actually change who you are as a person, and then the goal like naturally comes. It's like this level of like manifestation where it's like become and then like just naturally like you get to your goal. Exactly. So I think it's understanding that and actually like reinforcing and implementing that into people's lives, like actually creating a process behind it. Because a lot of people just get lost in like the work or the action, or it's like, oh, I need to do this stuff, right? But then they forget why they're doing it, or like what they actually need to do, like what's important. So it's like holding them accountable to all of those things. That's the most important thing, is the accountability, and just making sure they're on track and mentally they're doing well too. So yeah.
Interesting.
The cat is like on the ledge right now on the window, and there we go. No third attempts.
I actually had a question. Oh, okay.
It's like shut them.
No, you were speaking about like getting people to realize the process to that.
Yeah.
Can you talk a bit more about the actual process and like what steps people can take away from this?
100%. So I've actually sort of made my own process like that. I'm actually like drawing out right now.
You don't need to say copyright.
No, it's fine. Like honestly, you have it. Like take it. But like I said, you know, my clients genuinely, like I've learned so much from them because I work with a lot of these business people. What I've noticed is, like I said, when they take their health seriously or fitness seriously, like everything levels up. Like every person I've worked with, like they've gone from like making 5K to like 20K, or like 3K to like 25K. Like everything else aligns. So like it sort of initially happened like just naturally. Like I wasn't trying to do anything, but now I'm literally like reverse engineering. Like what actually? How did this happen, right? And like the first thing I would say again is like always just start with movement. Like that's the most important thing. Is like take that action first. Like that is genuinely the most important thing, right? If there's anything you take from it, is like movement is like the fastest way to change your life, genuinely. So that is the first thing, and like finding a way to fit it in. And then it's obviously like setting the goals, right? Understanding like what your goals are, but then also understanding where do they come from, right? Because like through reverse engineering this process, what I've noticed is a lot of people have like subconscious blocks. Like the reason they don't do things like there's always a deeper reason behind it. So it's also finding out what those reasons are. And I'm actually like switching up my offer to like advise on those sort of things. Because like what I've noticed, whether they like stop like doing well in their business or their fitness, is that they've reached like this sort of ceiling, and that ceiling is there for a reason. And most of the times it's like through like past or like childhood trauma or something along those lines. So it's like understanding like what are those blocks in your life, like really getting deep into it, like asking why like multiple times, and like finding out what are your like negative patterns. Because a lot of the times, like I'm sure everyone's experienced this, where it's like you've got this goal, right, and you're working towards it, but then you'll have like a shit day, or you'll do something that you know you shouldn't be doing, but you do it anyways, and you sort of feel like you're out of control, right, and everything is like going to shit. Like those patterns like happen for a reason. Like they're not just like natural. Like they happen for a very good reason, and most of the time it's to satisfy like an emotion or a craving. But it's like you need to understand, why is that emotion there? Like why are you doing these things? Like there's always a reason behind everything.